I think most of us who are teachers probably have been to some of these professional website associations. I know I check one daily for new job opportunities. Just kidding. But what is out there, students don't know about this, and oftentimes even college graduates don't know about these, but these are this really sort of secret place to find job opportunities. I'm just going to pull up one that I belonged to prior to becoming a teacher, and it's called SMPS Seattle. SMPS stands for Society of Marketing Professional Services. So this was a marketing, this is for people in marketing who work for like engineers, accountants, architects, things like that. And if you go to their website and you go to job postings, I can promise you that these jobs are not going to be found really outside of this website. I mean, maybe they might be on Indeed, a few of them, but there are going to be jobs here that are only posted here. So, marketing coordinator, a technical marketing specialist, they're all marketing jobs, right? Because this is a marketing society. And there's other ones. So say, even things like vet tech. I was looking at this one the other day. I always use vet tech as the example. So you could go to the Washington State Association of Veterinary Techs, and they have somewhere here, they have a career section where they list vet tech jobs on their website. And again, a lot of these jobs are only going to be found in these association websites. So I think it's important that we sort of share that with kids, that they exist. And if there is a student especially interested in a specific field, like engineering or marketing, that there are websites that help them find jobs upon graduation. Kylie, I'm going to throw it back to you so you could talk a little bit about minimum wage and understanding your market.
Yeah, definitely. So first of all, I just wanted to address a question in the chat. Someone was asking if it's still called a cover letter, and they're seeing a lot more of letter of interest terminology. My opinion is that it's pretty interchangeable. I think that cover letter is still pretty tried and true, and I would say that's the most universal term. But I think that they constantly are trying to reinvent and try and make it sound a little fancier, but I would say that they're mostly interchangeable. But yeah, so before you even get started looking for a job, you have to understand your market. So specific to us, we are in the Pacific Northwest, the Puget Sound, kind of the greater Seattle area. So what exactly does that look like for us? What does that mean? Well, that's obviously we're going to have a different cost of living than, say, Dallas, Texas. And with that cost of living comes what our actual minimum wage is. And so just even educating students that, hey, this is what it even takes to live and sustain a living on your own by yourself in this market. In addition to, this is what minimum wage looks like. And it's, I want to say 13 and change Washington statewide, but in the city of Seattle is $15 an hour. So even just like digging in with that, like, why is that important? And why do our students need to know this and that kind of thing? They really just need to understand like where they are and where they fall in line with the market so that they can create a sustainable future and career for themselves. So that being said, there's also our job market landscape. So who's running business in this area? Who's hiring? So being that we are in the greater Seattle area, there's a lot of third-party vendors to Boeing, since we're right by Boeing HQ, and so we see a lot of that as well. So it's just knowing where we are geographically and what opportunities there are. So I have this really cool tool. It's called a Workforce Central. This is actually populated through WorkSource of Washington, and so this is basically just a report. Has a lot of data on it. This is going to be one of the links that we get sent out to you guys. But so you can see the unemployment rate has all of the trajectory, takes you through the different cities and counties within Western Washington. When you actually click into this link yourself, you can click through and filter all of these charts. I also found that a lot of students don't know what the unemployment rate is or what it means. And I'm finding that they just don't really understand how, that that landscape and market trends can change and make it more difficult or easier to find a job. So, and Trudy, you can keep scrolling down to that. Yes, perfect. So then this is employment demands by active job postings. So again, this is probably only going to pull from those online resources that I talked about earlier, but this at least just gives us a good idea. So stalkers and order fillers are the #1 in demand job posting right now. I don't think I would have even guessed that, but it's just interesting to see. And it kind of opens your eyes to all of the different types of jobs there even are out there. You know, retail salesperson, high in demand, laborers, freight, stock, and material movers. Like these are all really high in demand jobs. So you can tell students that they can go for these jobs and feel good about knowing that they're more likely to get a position when there's that many open. And Trudy, you can tab over to the employers. So then this is just pulling who's hiring right now. So multi-care holds the spot for most job postings, most active job postings at 487. But then you can see Amazon's a big one. You can see Aerotech, my company down there, at 73 active job postings, Sunbelt Staffing, Winco. So this is just, again, back to the who, like our landscape, who is out there, who is hiring right now. And then, yep, you can tab over to the certifications. So this is the most in-demand certification. So driver's license are the most in-demand certification, which I think is just so interesting that employers are looking for a driver's license more than any other certification. So again, this can just kind of give students a good idea as to if they're thinking, what do I want to do next? Well, here's the certifications that are in high demand. If you go out and, you know, achieve this higher education to get and obtain a certification, you know, then you have all of these jobs that are available for you, kind of thing. And we'll get into kind of the verbiage of hard skills and soft skills a little bit more later. But as far as hard skills go, these are the hard skills that are most posted. Microsoft and ability to lift 41 to 50 pounds, which again is interesting. Technology and then like kind of physical ability. So again, you can have students look at this and say, hey, I'm really good at Microsoft Excel, or I'm really good at lifting 41 to 50 pounds, and I'm going to move forward from there, kind of thing. So anywho, again, we'll go ahead and send that link out so you guys can have fun and play on that website. So from my understanding, it is the whole state. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm addressing this question in the chat. Does this resource cover the whole state? From my understanding, it does cover the whole state. And it's more specific to Western Washington. So I think there's filters that you can go in and say all of Washington state versus just these Western Washington cities or counties. Remind me work with that.
And then I wanted to take a moment to share a video that we're not going to watch the whole thing. It's like an 8-minute video. We'll just maybe watch 2 minutes of it, 3 minutes of it. A video that came out not too long ago from pbs.org about rising salaries and the skilled labor shortage. And I like to show this. I showed it to my kids the other day. I think it's kind of valuable because it talks about skilled labor. And for CTE teachers out there, this will really pique your interest. For many of you, it may pique your interest. And the link is here in the presentation that you'll get a copy of, but I'm gonna just play this video. Before I play the video, I do want to stop sharing for 1 minute so that I make sure that I share the audio correctly. So I'm going to stop sharing for just 1 minute, and then I'm going to share again and make sure I have my audio button checked. So let me do that real quick. All right, here we go. And if you can't see that, let me know right away, but you should be able to see a PBS NewsHour thing on your screen. And I'm going to go ahead and, like I said,